Hey guys, sorry. I am just looking around, visiting some friends, stopping in again at Gravity Core Fitness. I was there earlier. Excuse me, guys. And our good friend Brian Lane. He really is a good friend. I have the privilege of being friends with him on Facebook as well. Martinez here says, "Hello, Yogi. So I have to go to bed. Have a great live stream. Much love. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you stopping in." Austin says, "Hi, Yogi. Hi to everyone. How are you, Austin?" I got my cat coming in to visit. Yep. So Brian Lane, I don't know if Brian Lane has settled in and what he's doing. Yeah, he's getting started. It looks like he is doing Navy SEALs with a Mike Tyson push-up. Man, Brian is crazy. My cat is saying hi to whoever pops in, whoever is left. Let's see. Hey, Joe. Drive and Glow with Joe is here. Says, so Yogi, Joe, how are you? Thank you for the jewel. Much appreciated. We are ending the jewel program in February, I believe. I had the good fortune, good pleasure of being part of the testing. And I think as of March, I think, don't quote me on this, it'll be available to everyone. Hey, Cat and Jack. Cat and Jack says, so you're the cat. He's talking to you. I don't know where she went. She's wandering around under my feet. Joe says, I'm doing good. Hey, Joe, how is your watch hours? Cat and Jack, how's the battle with the phlegm? Hopefully you won and it's done. It's over with. Joe was doing good. If anybody's been watching my yoga on the members channel, that's my other cat. The cat that's up here always harassing me is the upstairs meditation cat. She sat with me today on my afternoon meditation. Generally, she leaves her alone during meditation. She'll just sit and watch. Joe says, coming along, I'm at 1640 or so. Awesome. I will up the ante. I will keep adding in some watch hours as often as I'm able, Joe. Cat says, Yogi, I didn't tell all the truth. What's up with that, Cat? Joe says, thank you, Yogi. Absolutely. It's so easy as well as enjoyable to do stuff like that for channels that you believe in. You know, and I certainly do believe in you, Joe, and your message. So for me, it's almost like vitally important to help you get your message out because I just think that you're going to reach and help so many people. Cat says, in my sickness, I was finally able to quit vaping. So now I may just be dealing with the things that come with quitting that garbage. I'm so glad that you were able to quit. It's pretty awesome that sometimes some positive things can come from being sick. It's funny when I meditate, my cat, hey, Carl. Carl says, good evening, Yogi. Good evening, my friend Carl. Lovely getting a chance to hang out with you, as well as to hear you sing. If you guys didn't know it, Carl has a really amazing and soothing singing voice. Joe says, hello to everyone. Yeah, so my cat I will be sitting there completely defenseless, deep in meditation, and my cat will just leave me alone. But I sit here at the computer talking to you guys, and I continuously get a claw in the side of my leg until I give her some attention. Carl says, I'm good, Cat and Jack. Just finished the live stream. Yep, I had you up and running. I was listening in, and then I had to do some stuff up here. So I kept you up and running as I was getting some stuff done. So, guys, if you saw that our friend Thrive and Glow with Joe Delaney, is at 1640 or so watch hours, which is coming along over halfway there to that 3K. We can get her there. I bet you that she can be there midsummer, especially if people were to pitch in and maybe watch a playlist or two. Cat says, oops, I read that. Cat says that's it. Yeah, that's a cat for you. Yep. And I think you've seen Cat. You've watched some of the yoga. You've seen my little cat, my downstairs cat, just loves doing yoga, specifically breath work with me. Toy Pup says, we're here. Hey, Toy Pups. How are you? I saw you over at Maddie's. And I see Maddie's still up, right? Well, he is not still up physically, but his live stream is up. He's very close to getting his 3K. Here's the thing with Maddie and his channel. When he gets monetized, he's going to use all of his money for charity. Carl says, I have a real friend there, Yogi. What do you mean, Carl? Toy Pups says, super chat, let it rain. Toy Pups is all about support, guys. She is always supporting people. Sniper says, greeting beautiful souls from across the pond, but under the same skies. What's up, Sniper? How are you? Toy Pup says, hi, Yogi. Hey, Toy Pups. You know, and speaking of live streams and great live streams, that was a good live stream you had today. Cat sends a squirrel with a wave. It's funny how we can speak emoji. Some people speak it more effectively than others. Like Cat definitely got her point across. But you ever get like emoji sent and you're like, what does this even mean? What's going on with these emojis? Carl says, I enjoy singing. I can tell. That's what makes you sound so good, Carl, is the joy in your voice. You were singing the Bushka song. I loved it. Toy Pup says, gave you a shout out and Maddie's live. Yogi, I saw that because I just popped in to visit. Thank you so much. I try to give you a shout out wherever I go. Easy, you know, again, it's an easy thing to do. Just give a shout out to the people that are meaningful for you or have meaningful channels or you know what? Just because you want to. Simple things. You know, actually the title here is to the live stream is straight from A Course in Miracles. The lesson, I don't remember which lesson it is, but we'll look it up in a minute. Love is the way I walk is the original title. Love is the way I walk in gratitude. But I wanted to put the we in, as I think that all of us here on YouTube are doing that so effectively, so well. You hear a lot of things. I was actually warned off YouTube a long time ago by my stepdaughter who said, man, they will, they, meaning the collective whole, I guess maybe trolls were worse back then, 10 years ago. I don't know. I don't find them all that bad here. I know other people do though. Cypher says, busy day, haven't been around as you'll know. Just driven 3 hours for my daughter's dance troupe exam competition. Or dance troupe one. Well, congratulations to your daughter. Gold medals, so definitely worth the effort and time put in. Awesome. Jim Rat says, I'm eating a Caprese turkey wrap. As a Mexican, I always used to say white people trying to copy us by making it healthy. Never thought I'd be here now eating them. It's funny how times change. The tides have shifted. Truly, truly though, speaking as a white as a white person, speaking on behalf of my people, to truly make it white, you'd need to put mayonnaise on it. Speaking as a vegan, man, stay away from the mayonnaise. So that's great news, Sniper. Congratulations to your daughter. So I'm going to bring up real quick. I want to read that little lesson. And then maybe if anyone wants to do some relaxing breath work. Lesson 195. There's 365. Austin says, hey everyone. Nice to see you again, Austin, as always. 365 lessons in A Course in Miracles. You do one a day. There's only one rule in the entirety of A Course in Miracles. It's not even a rule. It's just a valuable suggestion. Don't do more than one lesson a day. You can repeat a lesson as long as possible. You can do one lesson for an entire year if you wanted to. If you did it that way, though, it would take you 365 days to finish the course. Jim Rat says it's pretty good. To be honest, like a sandwich, but wrapped in a healthy tortilla. Yeah, there you go. Sounds healthy. Relaxing breath work sounds exciting. Well, we're excited. Well, we only need one person to get excited about it. Austin sends us, is that a banana? It is bananas. And Austin had the very polite. He actually peeled. He actually peeled those bananas for us. He says, hello everyone. Hello, T. So we'll chat for maybe half an hour ish. Or, let me know if you guys want breath work sooner or you want it later. Or I don't even know if you guys are going to hang out with me that long. Who knows? I don't want to overestimate myself and my power of captivation. We're listening and unwinding. Well, good. Kat says, let's do it now. All right, let's do it now. So we've done quite a bit with the 478. Awesome breath. And we have done, most recently, we've done a lot of 4x4, which is a really good breath. But 4x4 isn't the ultimate in relaxing breath. 4x8. And this is one of the first breaths that I did with Toy Pups. And she really liked it and used it quite effectively. However, we can supercharge. T is saying hi to everyone. How you doing, T? T says, hey, Jim Rat, bingo. Austin is laughing with Sully. Jim Rat says we're all just smart monkeys, Austin. Some a little smarter than others. I might not be the smartest monkey in the toolbox, as you can tell by my mixed metaphor. Jim Rat says, "See where you been, homegirl? I've been missing you." Um, so as we start lengthening the exhalation, we really have to hone in on that ujjayi breath. Remember, the ujjayi breath is that ha sound. We are breathing in through the nose. We're going to make the ha sound. I'm going to make the ha sound with my mouth open. You guys can practice with me. So just breathe in normally through the nose. And just a ha. Here's the thing. Just that, in breath through the nose and released with a ha, is actual breath work. It's relaxing, releasing. If you ever need to instantaneously release yourself from stress, from the grip of anxiety, a in-breath and a sigh. So it will really just start bringing you out. Then you can start making other changes. Tempest says smart is just remember what you've been taught. Don't be smart, be wise, and use what you know. Very well said. Nice. It's an important lesson, Sniper. Thank you. T says I didn't sleep a wink last night. I'm tired today after bus day. So now we breathe in. We're going to do that ha sound, that sigh, but with our mouth closed. Toy Pups did this perfect last night. We do that same sound through the nose as we breathe in. Don't know if you guys can hear me, but it's a very gentle snore. Literally sounds like a snore. Again, just this breath. I use this breath to guide me through many anxiety attacks late at night. I mentioned that story. I don't want to get into it too much tonight because it would be too much for me. But for reasons I've talked about, I didn't want to move from bed. I didn't want to make any noise. On best days, when I knew I wouldn't disturb my father, at night, if I would have an anxiety attack, I would pace the stairs all night long because I couldn't lay down. Laying down was like laying back on hot wires. I would lay down and then immediately I couldn't do it. I couldn't lay down. So I would pace all night long. And even if I knew like my father was up, he was listening to music because he couldn't sleep, I would still try not to disturb him because he would be so concerned for me and he would make his way out of bed. So I would just very quietly, causing myself even more anxiety because I was afraid I would disturb him. It was such a vicious cycle. Man, I never want to go back to that. Which is anxiety producing just to think. I don't want to go back to that. So what do? You do breath work. You dial in the practice so that you are literally changing your central nervous system. That's the value of daily scheduled breath work. Hope you guys really do it because the changes in your life are phenomenal. Danny says, yo, Yogi. What's up, Danny? Danny's putting awesome gemstones up on his page, doing shorts. Let's see. I missed some of the nipple conversation. Sorry, guys. Danny says, hey to T. Jim Rat's laughing. So, what we're going to do is that ujjayi breath. We're going to engage it. You can engage that any time during the day. Danny says, you saw the opal I put up, Yogi? I'm not sure, Danny. The first two pieces, I did. If it's the first two pieces, I did. Hey, Danny, always feel free. Drop links to your stuff. Jimmy says, yeah, we're going to keep Yogi's page PG. PG-13. PG-13 is okay. Danny says, expensive stuff. Yeah, I bet. Toy Pup says, Danny the Singer Manny. So, what we're going to do, engaging the Ujjayi breath, that ha sound, we're going to breathe in for a count of 4. We're going to exhale through the nose for a count of 8. However, we're going to use the thumb and we're going to block the right side of the nose very, very gently. And we're going to exhale just through the left side. Just through the left side. Breathing in both nostrils for a count of 4. Exhaling just through the left nostril. Left nostril corresponds to the parasympathetic, the rest and digest. If you are super serious in a panic attack, but you use that physiological sigh, or you hug yourself, you did something to bring down the anxiety to a somewhat manageable level. If you just focus on left nostril breathing or circular breathing, where you could breathe in through your right, exhale. I like using the pranayama mudra, so I would block. Or just on the left side. Inhale. Exhale. 4 and 4, just to the left side. Now, if you need to wake up a little bit more, concentrate on the right. Some pranayama will have you breathe in through the left, exhale through the right, breathe in through the left. But I find the exhalation on the left seems to produce better results as far as relaxation. Anyway, Toy Pups, you want to come up and do breath work with me? If you want, if you're able. I know a lot of times in the evening you're not able to. And if so, I'll explain it again to Toy Pups, and we'll do it. And if not, then we'll just go ahead and do it. Whoever wants to join in. T says she's not staying up for more than 3 hours. Me neither. Let it rain, Jules. I was just talking about Jules. Should be available to everyone by next month. He says the Ujjayi breathing. Yep, we're going to do the Ujjayi breathing for a count of 4. Now, here's why not only does it tone the vagal nerve, and is it deeply relaxing just by itself, because you're producing your own ocean sound. Who's not soothed being on the shore, listening to the ocean, listening to the waves, even at a lake? T says, Yogi, I can't come up tonight. That's okay, T. But secondarily, it helps you control your breathing. So a lot of people who can't breathe in for a count of 4 or can't exhale for a count of 8, it's because they are breathing in too quickly. There's no way you're going to make it to a count of 4. However, draw the air in and engage that Ujjayi breath, and it's nice and slow. You're controlling inch by inch. Well, I guess not inches. It's only a couple inches there. But little tiny sips of air in, sips of air out. That Ujjayi breath is constricting the throat, so it's allowing you. It acts as like a faucet. You turn on a garden hose, and water just rushes out. You put a faucet on. Let's put a faucet. Sprick it, right? Carl says, "Good night, everyone." Good night, Carl. Then you have that control. You squeeze just enough water. That's what the Ujjayi breath does. So instead of trying to, I use that breath. And it just flows. I know. I've been talking a lot. Toy Pups is probably gritting her teeth. She's ready for breath work because I made her ready for breath work. Because I put in so much anxiety with me talking too much that that's the plan, guys. Induce the anxiety, and then you saw the breath work. All right. So if anyone would like to come up to do breath work with me, let me know here. And if not, we'll get started. And what we're going to do is breathe in for count of 4. Use the thumb. Exhale through the left for a count of 8, using that Ujjayi breath. You guys ready? T says, I'm sleepy, not anxious. Good. Hopefully that will allow you to fall asleep like right away. All right, I'm just waiting one more second to see if anyone wants to come up. And now I'm going to demonstrate. So I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to do 3 rounds on my own, and then I'll guide everyone through it. So count of 4. Three breaths. For us, when I guide you through it, we'll do six-ish or so. Yogi says, or I'm sorry, T says, Yogi, too much noise outside? I think related to my short. What do you mean related to your short? So, if anyone is still here, relax. Close your eyes if you wish. You don't need to. It's very helpful if you do, though. Put your focus right between the eyebrows, the third eye. That is a mudra by itself. Hey, Michael. And has a lot of beneficial results produced just through gazing, especially when we do it with breath work or when we do it with meditation. We're going to do a bit of both right now. With the eyes closed, we're just going to relax. You're going to notice your breath. Wherever it is. Do you feel it at the tip of the nose? Hi, Daisy. Do you feel it in your belly? Are you breathing high up in your chest? Make that slight shift to breathing from the belly. You feeling the breath right at the tip of the nose. The breath flows in completely on its own, and it's released completely on its own. Thank you, Daisy. And now, we're going to introduce our breath. We're going to breathe in for count of 4, using that Ujjayi breath, that ha sound, very gently, very, very gently. There's a natural pause. We don't force it. We don't say it. We just note it. And then we're going to release it. Breathing through the left side for count of 8. So just use your thumb to gently, gently lock the right side. So here we go. Breathing in for count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Block the right side and exhale through the left for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Block. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the left side for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the left for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Gently through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the left side for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the left side for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the left for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last breath, breathing in for 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the left side for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. And just breathe naturally, easily, not trying to control the breath at all, letting everything go, enjoying the space that you created with 10 breaths, surrendering to the experience. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Sniper says he's using his right knee to block my nose. Did it work? There you go. Sniper is a true yogi. Got to use what works. Got to do what you got to do. Hey, Monkey Man, how are you, my friend? So, was anyone able to do it? Only a master can accomplish this whilst racking one together. Monkey Man production. Excuse me. Daisy, thank you for stopping in and hitting the like. Much appreciated. Kat says, that was good, Yogi. I've been a bit on edge. Well, good. I'm glad it helped. It's a very deeply, deeply parasympathetic practice, meaning rest and digest. You can use that one as part of your sleep hygiene before bed. I have found it helpful a lot of times to, hey, runner boy, I'll do on the edge of my bed, getting ready, all electronics turned off. You want to do it, if possible, an hour before bedtime. Don't take electronics in bed with you. Don't have any lights. Make the room as dark as possible. Use a sleep mask. Our friend T uses a sleep mask. And Sniper says he has large lungs. It's an important quality. If you wake up in the middle of the night, don't check your watch. Don't check the phone. One, the light will actually stimulate the brain to start waking up. Also, it introduces just a little thought of maybe not anxiety, but anxiousness, where we start thinking, oh, great, I only have, 4 hours before I have to wake up, or 3 hours, or 2 hours. Or we start saying to ourselves, if I get back to sleep right now, it'll give me a good solid 3 hours. And then we look at the clock again. If I get to sleep right now, it'll give me 2.5 hours. And before we know it, we're drifting off and it's time to wake up. So don't worry about it. If you wake up in the middle of the night, close your eyes. Just lay there. Anyway, I find it helpful to do my pranayama sitting on the edge of my bed. before bed, and then I do my contemplative reading. Contemplative reading is reading from a spiritual text or a book of spirituality that has stood the test of time and might be slightly boring. And you want it to be slightly boring. You're not looking to be stimulated. There's a reason why, some books are called page turners. You don't want to be caught up in a fantasy story and turning the page wondering what's going to happen next. You want to be getting ready for sleep. Save that for the morning. So read Course in Miracles. That'll put you to sleep. That's a hard book to read, guys. Or read the Bible, or read the Tao Te Ching, read the Bhagavad Gita. I actually don't find the Bhagavad Gita boring at all, nor the Tao, but some people might. Regardless, if you've studied it and read it, it's going to get boring if you're on your 17th time through. One of us says, I'll be doing a restream tonight. Awesome. How's the hours today, Runner Boy? So anyway, what that does is it helps the brain to shut down the sheer boringness of it. But also, it enters what's called a sankalpa, which is a intention. You're planting a seed that you take to sleep with you, so that then, when you wake up, that seed sprouts through your life. Kat says, what do you think about playing things like an audio of A Course in Miracles while you're sleeping? I think it would disturb your sleep. I think a better option is, you do the reading until you start getting a little sleepy, put the book aside, have some type of, if you need it, some type of white noise or brown noise. So, white noise is you hear the heater in the background. That would be white noise. I have an air purifier in my room because I live with a smoker. And that does help quite a bit. Or brown noise. Brown noise is more natural noises. One of us says, same 2600. Huh. I had you up today. I had your deadlift video up. Marie says, I'm so sorry. I overslept and woke up just now. That's okay, Marie. I always appreciate it when you make it here. So yeah, Kat, I think that would interfere with the sleep. On the edge of my bed, I do my pranayama for 10 rounds. I vary it, but for the past several months, it's been the 4 in, out through the left. Never fails. Sometimes it might be box breathing. Sometimes it might be the standard 4 in, 8 out. Hey, Stuart, the Fisherman's Lodge is here, says hello. I had too much of a good sleep. That's good, though. You want that. But then when I'm on my bed, edge of my ed. We've all been on the edge of our eds before. Come on, tell me the truth. One of us says, I'm going to do an experiment and do a saltwater mouth rinse every night. It's actually good for you. I was telling this to Toy Pups a while back. I swish oil in my mouth. I was telling this to T too. Oil pulling. Some call it oil swishing. It's an Ayurvedic remedy. My preference is coconut oil, but right now I'm using safflower oil. Marie says, I almost fell off the edge of my head last night. That's happened to me before too. Oil pulling is a Ayurvedic remedy. Good for the gums, good for the tongue, good for getting rid of bad bacteria while helping you produce good bacteria in the mouth, which is important because we don't want something, mouthwash kills bacteria, but we want to keep the good bacteria. That's what oil pulling does. I do it for about 5 minutes, but I know it's recommended to do it like 15 minutes. That's a lot of swishing warm oil around in your mouth. Garrett says, watch hours 887. Well done. Man, awesome. Every day you come in, it is higher and higher. What are you hoping to get out of the saltwater rinse, Runner Boy? Runner Boy says, I'm not much of a believer of oil pulling. How come? Hey, Sweating and Smiling. Hello, everyone. Hello, my friend. How are you? I did oil pulling for 6 months, but I found I so much better doing with 1 minute of salt water. It seems to help me quite a bit. Fish Massage says, why did the son not need to go to college? Because it already has millions of degrees. It's a good reason. Mouth health. Okay, that's good. Hey, Batgirl says Yogi with a wave. Marie says, I just learned how to make my hand stand. So still, make your hand stand. What do you mean? Sven Esfallen says, I heard someone using baking soda. I know a lot of people brush their teeth with baking soda. I like baking soda toothpaste, but I've never done it with just baking soda. Border Boy says, no, not baking soda. It's too strong. But you would dilute it, right? Hey, Runner Boy, do you tongue scrape? That's part of my morning routine as well. So I tongue scrape, oil pull, and then brush my teeth. Of course, Ayurvedic tradition would be to use some type of natural brush, a stick, to do it. And they are dead set against mouthwash. I do mouthwash once a day. Probably should just rely on the oil pulling because it does destroy so much good bacteria. Oh, and flossing, of course. Flossing is not just for cleansing the teeth, it actually prevents heart disease. Sniper says, Marie, what was the trick? I mean, I made my hand and really still, and looks like it froze. Interesting. What made you do that? Norma says, yes, you can put baking soda in your toothpaste. Yeah, I just buy like some of the natural toothpaste that already has baking soda in it. And he says, yes, he does tongue scraping. Yeah, I do. I have a stainless still, which is natural antibiotic. Simpa says baking soda has many properties. That's not just baking. Yeah, it's good for a lot of stuff. So I do tongue, then brush, then floss, then salt rinse, only at night. So do you only brush once a day? I used to brush quite often, but now I do twice a day because you can definitely wear out your enamel. Let's see. Fishman's Lodge says, so everyone in chat says, so Sniper, my brother. Marie does not like mouthwash. As a matter of fact, she says, ooh, I hate mouthwash. That stuff makes me sick. Fishman says, oh, and by the way, the lodge is open for nonsense too. Are you live now, Stuart? Get rid of the pack. Hey, do you have a specific routine, Sweating and Smiling? Oh, only the salt at night and everything else twice. Hey, but I only tongue scrape once, and I only oil pull once, but I brush twice and I floss twice. I could probably get away with flossing just once. Stuart says nope. Cypher says I use Kingfisher, no fluoride, contains aloe vera and tea treatment. Tea tree's got a whole lot of antibacterial property. I used it when my toe was falling off. At least I thought it was falling off. It seemed to be falling off. I wish it was falling off because it hurt so bad. I definitely had some type of infection due to I do, I wear barefoot shoes, and it was raining and things were overflowing, which isn't good because sometimes the creek overflows and it's not clean water. And I walked in it, and I guess I had some type of cut or something on my toe, my left big toe, and I got infected. It swelled up. It was ugly. Sabine, our good friend Sabine, recommended that I tape an onion to it, not the whole thing, but an onion slice. But I never got a chance. I ordered onions, they never showed up. So I suffered through for 2 weeks, onionless, with a sore toe. Charlie's Missing Teeth says, Fisherman's Lodge, you changed your name? Yep. Running Boy is going to set up his restream. Peace. I hope it's a big one for you tonight. Batgirl says Sniper and sweating and smiling. Sniper says hi, Batgirl. Running Boy or Fishman says, don't try tea tree shower gel. Why does it sting? Sniper says sweating. Stuart says hi to Batgirl. I don't know how we got started about teeth, because I was talking about sitting on the edge of my bed. Did you hear me, Marie? Edge of my bed. Tea tree is magical. It is. I didn't have onions, but I did have tea tree oil. Stings in places you shouldn't. Well, you put it in places you probably shouldn't. So, on the edge of my bed, I do my breath work. 4 in, 8 out through the left side. I do my reading. It starts making me sleepy. As I lay on my bed, I will just do that ujjayi breath, ocean breath, producing my own ocean sound, my own seashore. And it always leads me to sleep. And if I wake up, I'll just lay on my back and I'll do that ocean sounding breath. Charlie's Missing Teeth says that's nasty. That is over 7,000 leaves, do I suppose? Tea tree? 7,000 tea tree leaves? That's probably more tea tree leaves than we need, right? Hey, it's talking to you. She said hi back. She is very vocal. Both of them are very vocal. Sometimes they're very vocal in the middle of the night. I can't, probably every night I'm waking up by my cats. It's in a shower gel. Gotcha. Now you got me interested in trying it. I might look up on Amazon. So yeah, this was mouth care and sleep hygiene talk. Important stuff. I hope some of that might helps. Charlie's Missing Teeth says, strange, very. We are very strange. You got that right. Hey, Brian. I had you up on your live stream. I had you up while we were talking. You had a good crowd. Sniper, Optimob, Oscar. Jacob showed up. Cheeky baby. So if anyone wants to hear about my morning ritual, no, that's okay, Stuart. How are you, Brian? Michael says, sorry for lurking, Yogi, getting dinner. That's okay, Michael. Michael, what do you have going on tomorrow? Any premieres tomorrow? So does Fallon says, I brush twice, floss and mouthwash once. My teeth are crooked as heck, but they're all mine. Never had a cavity. Nice. Way to go. I'm missing a tooth, and it's caused me a lot of problems. I can't read it. It's all backwards.
Right. Tingly Mint in tea tree. 100% natural fragrance. It's vegan friendly. Most important tea is vegan friendly.
True.
Original source. Now, I thought it was only 7,000. No, it's not. 15,854 real mint leaves in each ball.
Probably the mint that stings.
I-
Especially good if you've got dermatitis on your skin.
But
Right. Yeah.
it's called it's called original source, and it says UK's #1 shower gel for vegans.
Oh, cool.
Tell Yogi it's especially good if you've got like the dry skin on your arms.
Wendy, Yogi can hear you. Did you hear what Wendy said?
Something about dry skin.
Yeah. Dermatitis. It's good for that.
Right.
And
Awesome.
any form of dry skin.
Hi, Brian. Batgirl.
Um,
Michael.
Yep.
Sorry,
Brian
it's Michael.
says, "Thanks, Eric. Just trying to do something new here." And Seppa says, "Say, Brian Lane, you made this slices look easy." Brian makes everything he does look easy. Says appreciate the support. Absolutely. Charlie Teeth says tea tree oil on his bits. That's strange. Not you, Mr. Eric. Well, it's not like you're actually applying it to your, nether regions purposely.
No,
So
what you're doing is you're washing yourself for this, but unfortunately, it tingles in places it shouldn't.
right. Brian says, "Thanks, Squirrel. Did 111 unbroken Tysons. The first most I've ever done. Nice. Way to go."
Right.
Brian says, "I'm missing more teeth than you guys."
Hey, Skits.
What's up, Skits? Charlie says, "Definitely not natural." What happened with me is I lost a tooth all the way in the back, process of root canal, and halfway through, I got knocked in the jaw, and the tooth shattered. The dentist said this was 40 years ago. He could put in a bridge, but if I didn't wanted to save some money, don't worry about it. It wouldn't shift. It's all the way in the back. No one would notice. Wouldn't cause me any issues. 40 years later, the teeth have shifted and has caused my jaw to be misaligned, which has caused some arthritis. So, almost always in some degree of pain.
Well, we've got a suggestion for you. I will personally hand you over to a bodybuilder. We'll take a one-punch wonder to the said tooth or jaw, break it, and they'll realign it that way.
That's actually how they'll have to fix it if I'm going to do it. They'll literally have to break my jaw and realign it. So I'd rather just live with the pain. I do some mobility work. I do face yoga. I sleep with a bike guard. But some days it's really bad.
If you're like, I think it was when my wisdom teeth were coming through. That was the killer for me,
right?
Because when the wisdom teeth were like come through your gums, unfortunately they weren't coming all the way through. They were like stopping and starting, stopping and starting. So I used to grind my teeth.
Yep, that's you should wear a bike guard.
Yeah, I tell you, with me grinding my teeth, I ended up getting all my wisdom teeth out and a bit underneath my tongue. That was not good. It was nothing. Actually, here's a true point for people who say that sweets, as in boiled sweets, are bad for you. They're not. It isn't the boiled sweets that do it. It's actually potatoes. Potatoes are the worst thing for teeth.
Huh. Never heard that before.
There's a program across here called QI. Stephen Fry sometimes hosts the show, and it came up with that particular question, like what causes your teeth to rot. And they said boiled sweets. Nope, wrong answer. It was that's the most common answer, but potatoes are the worst for teeth.
I wonder why. Michael has a rare condition. He never got his wisdom teeth. Dennis told like 1 out of 99 people are lucky enough for that, or something like that. I had all 4 of mine taken out at once.
I think it's because of the amount of starch inside a potato.
Charlie
I think
says
that's why.
fruit actually. Let's see. Did hey Charlie's missing teeth. Just subscribe to you. Figured we'd make that connection. Batgirl says Brian Lane subbed. Oh, guys, you're going to be you're in for an experience with Brian Lane. I've mentioned before, he's one of the most powerful burpee athletes out there. Him, Paradox, Duncan Walsh, probably the top 3 as far as like just sheer power.
I'd add Jesse to that.
Yeah, but I don't really put Jesse as Jesse does burpees, but he's not like a burpee practitioner. It's not the
His seals are something else. I'll
right.
give him that.
It's not he's great at burpees, but he's not like a burpee all or nothing type of guy. You know what I mean? I mean, Brian does other stuff too, but burpees are the centerpiece of his practice. Brian says, thanks, Batgirl. Did the same for you. Hey, Archie. Turns up like number 23. Thanks, Chris. Share live stream in my community. Much appreciated. Hey, all spread the love.
But yeah, I thought I'd let you see this stuff.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
You can actually use this on your pets also. It says cruelty free, so it's good. It's good for everything, really.
Cool. Appreciate that. Hey, Skits, why is 23 your favorite number? Or do you have a reason? Archie says, say company. I hope everyone takes the opportunity to reach out and subscribe to Archie. It's a good channel. He's someone like he said right there, spread the love. That's what he does.
Squirrel, I think everything somewhere there's a propaganda machine. It doesn't matter where you look, there's always going to be something.
All right, so let me know if you guys want to hear. We covered the night routine. We covered mouth health. We can talk about morning routines. How you wake up is going to prepare you for how you go to bed. Reed just came back from making a snack.
No comment.
It says 23 was the room number of the hostel I moved into when I was 16. Then, funnily enough, my first apartment was in a building number 23, and it always follows me. Nice. Hey, it's Sniper. What do you make of the number 23? Sniper knows much more about numerology than I do. Is it just me, or did Yogi's light flicker? Actually, I just flickered. My insubstantiality.
See, this is where like people have got like their one number. I've got several favorite numbers that I've got. What do you call it? They've got a purpose.
Good.
So, I mean, if anybody does a lottery, which I don't recommend to do, but I've got 1, 7, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 25, 32, 46, and 82. Don't know
Maurice-
why I got 82 from winning £10 from the lottery.
Marie's lucky number is 4. Stephen says Fisherman's Lab, Rowan Atkinson. Why does that name sound familiar? Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie are all Freemasons. Also, Tom McInerney and Tony Robinson.
Rowan
bet Tony
Atkinson
Robinson.
is Mr. Bean, for anybody who doesn't know. Mr.
Archie
Bean
gets us-
is Rowan Atkinson. Rowan Atkinson.
Archie gives us a wave. Michael says, yep, thanks, Michael. Songo
He
says,
can't
"Howdy,
say
Stuart."
was. He is. Hi, Songo.
Marie is just eating yogurt, because why not? Yep, you don't need an excuse to eat yogurt.
It's like ice cream. You don't need. You don't need a. You don't have to give a reason why to eat ice cream.
I don't know about that.
Well, having said that, I think the thing with ice cream is it's a great pick me up when feeling sad.
It's great any time of the day too.
I don't know about that. Songa says, Brian, I know him too. This was on Jesse's live. Strong guy had addiction problem like myself. Yeah, he did. He talks about that quite a bit.
Jesse's open to what happened with him.
Yep.
He won't tell you why he went to jail, though. That's the only thing.
He did
But
mention
he
it
spent.
before.
Did he?
Yep.
I never heard it, why he was put in jail. He never told me.
Not in the grade
I must-
going to say.
I probably missed that live stream, but if he did mention it, then fair enough. But
Michael says, oops, Yogi. Yogi, have you heard the theme song I did for Rich Martinez? I haven't heard Rich's yet. I heard Eric LaPointe and Jace's. I'll check out Rich's. Back girls waving at Runner Boy. So I'm gonna, I think, maybe talk about morning routine, and then maybe wrap it up for the night. We just made an hour in. Michael says, just gave you a nickname. Man, I was given a nickname last night that I don't think I'm going to be able to live down.
nah, I must have missed that.
They threw in the bear, the Yogi Bear, and then it became
Oh,
Yogi. I don't remember what it was. It had something to do with Poopy, because that was being thrown around all over the place. Everyone was getting nicknamed Poopy something. It says I'm hungry now.
maybe I was glad that I only came up when I did.
Right, says Yogi Bear, and then it starts. Yogi Bear,
Oh,
you got a favorite Yogi Bear quote, Brian?
yeah,
Michael says-
I do.
What's that?
If you're interested.
Yep.
Yogi Bear does boo-boos in the basement.
Except that's not Yogi Bear, the baseball player.
I'm just thinking of you.
Yogi Bear said, if you see a fork in the middle of the road, take it.
Which direction? Left or right?
He didn't say. If you see a fork in the middle of the road, take it. Skid says we're starting a new genre of music. Eric Brother, it's going to be called My Music. What? How's this going to go? Marie says Yogi is Skibidi. Yogi Bear does Boo Boo in his basement. Stuart, that's so funny. Brian says, well, can't think of one, but I'm thinking of the baseball player. I wrote a book 6 months ago on Yogi Bear. Let me bring up real quick Yogi Bear quotes.
Yogi, just a yogi that does boo-boos in his basement.
So he said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. He also said you can observe a lot by just watching.
Yeah, silence is golden.
He didn't say that. He said it's like deja vu all over again. Baseball is 90% mental, and the other half is physical. These are Yogi Berras. No one goes there nowadays. It's too crowded. A nickel ain't worth a dime anymore. The future ain't what it used to be. He also says, I never said half the things I really said. That was Yogi Berra. He's a good baseball player, though. He's the one who says, he's the first to say, well, maybe not the first, but he made it famous. It ain't over till it's over.
Squirrel Snipers just put something in chat for you.
What's that? Yogi Berra, Boo Boo, you've tried to stop my brilliant ideas with common sense 1,000 times. Has it ever worked? Boo Boo, no, Yogi Berra. Then let's go, go, go. Yogi Berra, very wise. He was smarter than the average bear, as he was prone to tell you. Skid says, I'm going to be Michael, but we'll change it now. I rap and Yogi steal my along. I don't know. Hey, Stuart, I'm going to get ready to wrap things up in a little bit.
No
So
worries.
I'll talk for a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then,
Hi, Nature. How's you? Yeah, I just thought I'd pop on and say hello, and
I appreciate it.
I'm just going to slide back to my game that I was playing before I came up here.
What were you playing?
Fishing Frenzy.
Cool.
It's fun.
Sounds like it. Computer?
Keeps me off of YouTube also. So
Right. On your computer or
on my phone.
on your phone? Nice. Chris says, hey, Stu and Yogi. Hi, back row.
Bye bye.
See ya. Thanks, Stuart.
Ciao.
Our friend, the Fisherman's Lodge. Marie says, I love Fishing Frenzy. Don't barely play it, though. Actually, don't play computer games or online games. I don't want to. Charlie says, keep them out of the fridge. Laughing. Chris says, hi, Jamie. So how you doing, Jamie? How you doing, Chris? Brian says, glad to see everyone here. I wish everyone a good day. Remember, get out, do something, stay active. Brian always has a positive message. Wherever you see him, commenting on someone else's channel, on his own channel, coming into my live stream, or if you have the good fortune of seeing him on Facebook. You don't want to because you're old, Yogi. And don't want to what? Oh, play games? No, because I don't want to be drawn into things that will distract me for the purpose why I'm at my desk. My desk is for writing. It's for work. If I do something, entertainment purpose, it's going to be separate, aside. If you endeavor to be an artist, your workspace should be sacred. There should be no distractions because it's so easy to be someone who wants to be an artist, but never practices. A writer writes every day. A sketch artist sketches every day. A painter paints every day. A sculptor sculpts every day. No exceptions. Zero. The difference. Charlie's Missing Teeth says, Eric, something like, thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that. Stephen Pressfield, great author, wrote a book called The War of Art, which is obviously a play on the art of war. It is all about what he calls turning pro. That The difference between someone who wants to be a writer and a writer is only one thing. A writer writes every day. So what is it that you want to be doing? What is your artistic calling? It could be something as simple as origami. Doesn't matter. If it's important to you, that's the important thing. And that's also what you got to dedicate yourself to. Doesn't mean you have to do it 24/7. Doesn't even mean you have to do it for an hour. Set the amount of time that you know you can do it and do it. It might be 5 minutes once a day. For me, it's writing. I've read that book, Stephen Pressfield, where he said, a writer writes every day, no exceptions. Not do I feel like it, not am I inspired, not I have nothing to say. A writer writes every single day. I read that book in 1999 and declared that I was going to write every single day. It's now 2025 and I've written every single day. Even when I was doing 24-hour races, even when I was doing 100-mile races, I would either have a little pad to write whatever thoughts came my way, or if I had my phone and one of my drop bags, you go to an aid station, you open up a bag, I would text myself something that I had been writing in my mind. Hey, do you remember War Games? I saw that in the actual movie theater. So, man, I love talking about writing. I love talking about art and being an artist. I am inspired every morning. Somerset Maugham, the great English playwright, Skid says, I listen to music and write a little bit every day, but I don't make music every day, if that makes sense. It does. But you're still perfecting your craft, and that's what counts. For me, my mantra was words on a page. And it didn't have to have any meaning to anyone else. It didn't have to be good. It just had to be words that fulfilled my obligation to the page every single day. But here's what I found. As I committed to that as a practice, inspiration began showing up every single day. And how can it not? How can inspiration not show up every day? Because inspire, in spirit. We are in spirit. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. There's no way that we cannot be inspired. How can you not look out your window and see a starlit sky and realize the entire cosmos came together to give you this moment of inspiration? That you were created just for this moment. But you know what, Marie? You draw. You do your art every day. And you edit. Editing is an art form. So, Marie, you are a true artist, and you are someone that I admire quite a bit. Hey, Lucy. Her the putty cat. Yep, she's here, making noise, sticking her claws in me. David says, "Skits you the mind of a composer. You compose every day. Absolutely, and it's important that we reframe those positions instead of saying, well, I don't write a song every day, or I don't make music every day. You do make music every day. You listen, you write a little bit every day. All of that is part of the artistic practice. Marie says, not every day anymore, Yogi. Wait, you admire me? I do. You should see the drawings I don't show. They're so good. But here, what I admire most is your dedication to your craft and your passion for what you do. My stepdaughter is much the same. She has drawn every day she's in her 30s. And yes, that means I'm old enough to have a stepdaughter in her 30s. But I became her stepfather right before she turned 9. Fisherman Zlach says, I heard Yogi scream at his kettlebells. I would never scream at my kettlebells. I love my kettlebells. It says, I'll tell you once, many, many years ago, when I was around 17, I was watching the things about space, and it said there was a meteor shower 2 in the morning. I stayed up and watched it and was inspired by it. especially when you realize that the universe isn't happening outside of you, the universe is happening inside of you. So that meteor shower was all in you. I hope that our friend Marie didn't catch me say meteor salad. No one's ever heard me yell at my kettlebells. Thanks, Brother Squirrel. It's more of an addiction. I love music so much. It's your passion. That's how I feel about writing. I started a blog in 2000 and have kept it up. I ended that particular blog, I think, in 2011 and started the present one that I've had. And if you go look, I think from 2011, I started it like pretty late in the year or something like that. But from 2012 onwards, you'll see every single thing that I've written every single day since 2012. Here's my favorite thing to write about, or one of my favorite things to write about. Writing about not being able to write, writing about not being inspired, writing about the fear of an empty page, writing about overcoming the fear of an empty page, writing about the empty page as being capacity to hold whatever it is I put forth from my heart. And that's just for me. But what is it for you? For Skits, it's music. For Fisherman's Lodge, tying flies. It's a work of art. If I had a wish for everyone, it would be passionate about some artistic pursuit. Our friend Squirrel Sniper is a chainsaw artist. He says on June 5th, 2025, there's a high chance of the sun's solar stuff will hit the Earth magnetic field and cause power outages. Use meteor salads. You can't prove that. I'm aspiring to become a hippie magician hermit. Nice. I got the hippie part. I got the hermit part. Although I consider myself more of a the beat generation that came before the hermit, before the hippies. Sniper said, or I'm sorry, Stuart says, can I ask a question? What temperature do I use a kettlebell to boil water at? Water boils at 100 degrees. 100 degrees, kettlebell or otherwise. Sniper says, Maria, have you heard of the Carrington event? Kat says, and so we call the solar stuff to us too. We call everything to us. Skid says, I will admit I cried at the meteor shower, but not out of sadness, out of awareness of being. And Squirrel artists indeed, carving he does are amazing. Yeah, they are. This room is filled with incredible artists. Hey, if you're making YouTube content, you're an artist. I try to bring that artistic sense, an artistic integrity to everything I do. I think of my live streams as an art form. I think of it as jazz. Can I play off the comments that are in here? Can I keep it free flowing? Can I have a lyrical beat? Maybe I'm the only one that hears it. That's okay. You're the only one who's supposed to hear it. It's your beat. Let's see. Marie says, only weird thing I've ever seen is a solar eclipse. I've seen some pretty weird things. But I've done some pretty weird things. Stuart says, I thought it might be 86 degrees because that's the perfect temperature to make coffee. I didn't know that. I just boil water and pour it on. I do instant coffee. Chris says, nature sounds good still. You know what? I'm glad nature just popped in. If you listen to her live streams, I consider her an artist in her live stream. Interactive. She is invoking something in each person that shows up. bringing out the best of each in the present situation and the conversation, and it shows. Yep, Skid says we are all artists of our own actions. We are artists of our own life. Imagine if we took charge of that. Are you living a truly creative life? Lucy's here. Lucy, really a great artist. Not just on her live streams, her YouTube shorts. So, Gandhi, when he was released from prison, was asked by a reporter, do you have a message for the world on your release? And everyone, expected to hear the peaceful resistance, free India, all that stuff. And he said, my life is my message. It's the same with all of us. So what message are you putting out there? How are you living your life? Let's see. First Massage says, because if you boil water at 100 degrees, it burns the beans. Well, I'm doing instant coffee. That makes sense, Stuart. But yeah, I do it. I like organic instant coffee. I like hearing my teapot boil. I like the action of putting in the spoonful, stirring. Let's see. Chris says, thank you, Yogi. I love laughter. And you do such a good job of it. And it's so individual for each of us. Yeah, I mentioned this before. You and Tandra and Daisy May have created magical places on your live streams. Speaking of live streams, hey Lucy, when's your next live stream? There is a 0.00001% chance I'll post a short tomorrow. I'll take those odds. Chris says, hi, Lucy and Skits. Charlie says, Lodge, shame it, don't do the same for calories. It actually does. If you sit in the sauna, it's a passive workout. Batgirl does not like coffee. How about tea, Batgirl? Do you like tea? It's the same thing. Instant coffee burns too. Yeah, I like my coffee really hot though. Chris says, so have you, Yogi? Thank you, Chris. Above all, I want to the best of my ability, help. Because, you start the live stream, but it'll take, it has its own direction. To the best of my ability, I want to create a place of kindness and caring for each other. So, guys, one of my off the internet, face to face, real life, best friends in the entire world, Empress of the New Earth says, hi, Eric and chat. Miss you all. I miss you too. Empress of the New Earth at one time was my boss. And as I've mentioned before, I was her worst employee ever. For a while, though, I was everyone's worst employee ever because I was given, I was pretty much given freedom to do whatever I want, which a lot of people didn't like. So great to be here. What was your favorite job, Eric? Full-time YouTube live streamer has been my favorite job. Non-paid poet might be my second favorite job. Being a meditation teacher, actually, one of the very first people that when I got my teaching certification, one of the first people I wanted to teach meditation to, Empress of the New Earth. Got a wonderful channel. You were my best employee ever. You became my best friend for life. You were definitely my best friend for life. She was there. She was one of the last people to see my mom at her bedside in a hospice. Her and her magical, wonderful son, Miles. She would come over and visit my father and give him this. She would listen to his stories that she had heard over and over again. And she would listen to him wrapped with attention as if she had never heard it before, and then wrap my dad up and give him a huge hug. I would never, ever forget that. Nature's Doggram says, same here, YouTube. I love being on YouTube. I love talking to you guys. Stepper says, every day recognize you are on a journey. Absolutely. So if you guys want to know, if you have any questions, is Yogi a yogi in real life off the internets? Does he talk about forgiveness incessantly, even off of? You can ask Empress of the New Earth anything you want to know about me. She's seen me at my best and my worst. She was there when helping me with my stepdaughter when Milka went to Iraq, and I was a single dad, ill prepared. But since I had an amazing stepdaughter, it was relatively easy. And since I had Empress of the New Earth there to have my back, it was even easier. Empress says, I'm humbled and honored to have met your parents. They were absolutely awesome. Yep, you and your sons. She was also my neighbor for a short period of time. Took care of my dogs when I went on my honeymoon. I actually loved my dogs, and she's not a dog person. Or wasn't. Skid says, Empress, does Eric love mushy peas? We'll see what she says about that. That was not the question that I was imagining someone might ask her. However, it is a great Skits question. Hey, actually, Empress says, please ask. Eric is the only person in my entire life who has remained the absolute same. Otherwise, what she means is boring, absolutely boring. His dedication to humanity is something that should be celebrated. Thank you so much for those kind words. Yep, her 3 sons are awesome. Which reminds me, hey, Empress, if you click and go to Skits' page, he's an incredibly talented hip-hop artist. He's bringing this great sensibility to his work, a deep spiritual essence. I think you and I think that your sons would really like his stuff. Sniper says, she certainly doesn't mean boring, Eric. Thank you, Squirrel. I definitely I've been the same. I've been talking about this stuff incessantly forever. First Massage says, so Empress of the New Earth. See? You get that, Skits? Skits says, she says, Skits is, he is beyond repulsed by mushy peas. And we've never had a conversation about mushy peas before. She just knows me that well. Emperor says, Skits, I cannot wait to check out your page and subscribe. I love hip hop. Yeah, you're gonna love his message. Extremely talented artist. Sniper says, Empress has a heart that everyone should open up like. You're absolutely right about that, Sniper. He says, mushy peas, Yogi knows what time it is. Empress says, hi everyone, you're all amazing. Hey guys, I hope you subscribe to Empress of the New Earth. There's a reason why her channel is titled that way. She has had her own awakenings, her own continuous epiphanies and insights guiding her life. Someone who deeply believes in surrender, the art of surrender. It's another topic I could talk about for an entire live stream. Surrendering to, everyone wants to know, what are we surrendering to? If you like the term God, surrender to God. If you like the Tao, if you like the universe, if you like, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, surrender to that. Allow yourself to be guided. Empress says, Squirrel Sniper, you are amazing. Marie says, you're lucky I can't spam peas thanks to my keyboards. Thank you, faulty keyboards. Sniper says, Eric has asked me to delete any mushy pea spamming. This is why Sniper is the ultimate moderator. He's doing stuff with his minds. He's always at work. You don't get to be a Squirrel Sniper. You don't get to be that level of moderator. Level 5, I believe. I don't know if there's anything higher than a level 5. When you can moderate just with your mind. Jedi moderating. Skid says, oh, thank you so much, Empress. Just subbed to you. I hope you like my music. I try to make them positive. Empress, they are beautifully done. First one's live, just getting some peas in, and then they're gone. Skid says, oh, thank you so much. Oops, I read that. Empress says, I will absolutely check it out and subscribe. Marie says, oh, why not? Squirrel Sniper, that's not fair. Level 555, guys. Skid says, I'm a level 9 turtle. Turtles all the way down. Hey, there you go. Skits. Do you know the story of Turtles All the Way Down? Because that would be an awesome song. There is a song, Turtles All the Way Down, which is a wonderful song. I shared it with our friend Squirrel Sniper, who also got a lot of meaning out of it. Marie says, Yogi is a scaredy cat of peas. Yeah, I don't like him. Skid says, damn. 555 Squirrel, that's insane. Sniper says, Reflex, the Fisherman's Lodge. Emperor says, does anyone have an aquarium? Our friend Maddie, who is no F's, no frills, no mercy. I can't drop his link. He does aquariums on his live streams. Sniper says, all that one fly, the Fisherman's Lodge. We got some love from Marie. Skid says, Turtles All the Way Down. Turtles Down Under. Did you say it was called? Nope, Turtles All the Way Down. Here's how this story was told. Well, for one, the universe being on the back of a turtle is a common thought on all kinds of... I'll share it with you on Messenger. I can't share it here because it just leads back here. So yeah, many native tribes all across the world say that the universe is on the back of a turtle. And this was presented to the great psychologist William James, who laughed about it and said, a lady stood up and said in the audience, she believed the universe was on the back of a turtle. And William James laughed and said, well, then what's underneath that turtle? She said, another turtle. And he thought he had her and said, but what is underneath that turtle? And she laughed back and said, Mr. James, it's turtles all the way down. That's reality. Turtles all the way down. I absolutely love that. Turtles all the way down. Oh, and Empress, he used to deal in exotic fish. He's in Scotland. So if you have questions about fish and aquariums, I would definitely ask. Turtles are amazing. I love turtles. Sniper says, Empress of the New Earth, I'm a Life Path 5. Empress says, Swore Sniper, that makes sense, my friend. Skid says, I've heard the universe is one in the back of a turtle theory somewhere before. For some reason, I think that man would be an awesome rap song, awesome hip hop song. Done your way, turtles all the way down. Empress says, I love that, turtles all the way down. Sniper says, what is a tortoise standing on? You're a very clever young man. Very clever, said the old lady. But the turtles all the way down. Yes. Skid says, I love turtles too. Probably one of the coolest animals in the world. Yep, the reason they live so long, they have a slow heart rate. The reason they have a slow heart rate, respiration, their breath. Empress says, I have a Blackmore goldfish with swim bladder disease. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess like an average vet wouldn't take care of that. Let's see. Sniper says it's because other the turtle show, Eric. Do you know why? I might have to ponder that, Sniper. But yep, turtles. If the Jesse Yogi doing burpees in his basement had a spiritual mascot, it would be a turtle. I know if our friend Runner Boy was here, he would want to make it a crab, but it's got to be a turtle. Although, lately I've been hanging out with foxes and woodpeckers. Fish Massage says Empress gets some film and attaches to the back of the fish. It will help make it swim upright. Huh. I've seen it done. I've seen it being done. Fisherman Lodge says crabs are bait. Runner Boy loves his crabs, though. Hey, guys, I got to wrap things up a little bit later than I thought. I hope Toy Pups is all right. She was here to do some breath work and then disappeared. Empress says, thank you, my friend. Fisherman's Lodge. So again, I hope you guys subscribe to Empress of the New Earth. I was telling you about the name of her channel, and I started talking about who knows what I started talking about. Someone who has her own awakenings, has been led by a life of epiphanies and surrender. I think that's where I went off track, is when I started talking about surrender. But the title, Empress of the New Earth, she is literally in the process of bringing in a new Earth. And it's about time. So this is the Great Awakening. You're part of it. She is here to lead the way. Cat and Jack says, I'm a weird yogi. I'm a weird, my friend. Thanks for doing breath work with me, Cat and Jack. And good job. Really good job on the quitting the vaping. Empress says, great being here with y'all. Made my day. Thank you so much. Hopefully I will see you soon. Because somebody in April before me has a birthday in April. Fisherman's Lodge sent some love. Thank you, Stuart. Sniper says Empress from the Earth. I was subbed, but not billed. Am now. Great. Yep, she's not billed. She has been putting out some new stuff too. All right. Thank you, guys. I will see everyone if you're around 5 in the morning. I'll be here at 5. We'll be talking, as always, generally about A Course in Miracles, but I veer off subject. Oh, I missed Sniper's comment up above. 28 sections on the shell, 13 months and 28 days. 1 full year when the world had 360 days of the year. Gotcha. Interesting. I did not know that connection. Thank you for that, Sniper. Fish Massage says, love you all. Love you too, my friend. All right. Emperor says, hey, Squirrel Sniper. Now Freedom. Hey, love 30. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Welcome. Skit says, much love, everyone. Take care. So, Skits, I'm just trying to plant that seed. Turtles all the way down. Is there a song there for you? We'll see. Skit says, keep it turtles, Eric, bro. Keep it turtles, Eric, bro. That could be a lyric. Skits is always writing. Freedom says, hello. Hey, Freedom. We're wrapping things up tonight. We've been on for an hour and 41 minutes. That's pretty long for me these days. Back when I was trying to get monetized, I'd do 2-3 hours, but now I try to get an hour in. All right. So, Freedom says, Thailand. Beautiful Thailand. Soup and half shell. We get some unicorns from Lucy. Thank you, Lucy. I hope to see you live soon, Lucy. With that, guys, I'm going to see everyone later. Take care.